If you want results, you gotta start with the end in mind. You gotta start backwards. You basically ask yourself where I want to be, and you calculate backwards. Can you share your formula of confident marketing investing? Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that. So for each client source, you need this data. Number one is the monthly cost. Number two is leads. Number three is cost per lead. Number four is depends on what. Sometimes I look at qualified leads. Depends if whether if I get a lot of unqualified people, then that's something that I also want to look at too. Next, I look at cost per qualified lead. Then I look at clients. Then I look at cost per acquisition. You know what? For anybody who's here, I'm gonna give one good resource that I just recently made. This is the extra benefit of you being here. There we go. Okay. Every question and every problem you have, some other law firm owner has already asked me in the past 3 years. And every time I get something that I already haven't built, within a week or two, I go build it out. Okay. Very clear, straight to the point, practical, tangible, action-based worksheets and things, and resources and templates that you'll be able to use to solve that problem. The bigger overarching question is how to create a marketing budget for your law firm. Whenever people, law firm owners, try to come up with a marketing budget, they just come up with a random number. And usually the number is $2,000 per month. And I used to do that same thing too. And I learned that is not a proper way to do it. And there's a lot better way to be able to figure out how much you spend, and also increases your chance of you actually getting results from that client source. So this is like math 101 right here. Okay. In most things in life, if you want results, you got to start with the end in mind. You got to start backward. You basically ask yourself where I want to be, and you calculate backwards. Okay. So this is a little exercise. I'm going to try to go through it a little quickly right now. But let me quickly go over it. Again, it needs a little bit more explanation for you to really fully understand it and why it's so useful. But this is basically how I evaluate and how I'll be able to spend $350,000 a month because I'm able to evaluate things based on this little criteria. Okay, starting with the end in mind. The first question I ask is, and the first question that you should ask for yourself is, how much is one average client worth to me? So again, there's some descriptions here and stuff. So let's just say an average client is worth $5,000. Great. Number two, second question is, how many clients do I want in my first 3 months? 3 months, not first month, because usually with these marketing paid ads things, usually the first month is the most misleading. It's the most expensive. It's the least number of leads that you get. And it's not really indicative of how well you're going to do on this platform. So I think the golden duration of time right now is like 3 months, I would say. By month 3, you better be profitable. So if we want to be profitable, let's create a goal for where we want to be in 3 months. Well, in my first 3 months, I want 9 clients. So the 5,000 here, 9 clients is here. Okay, good so far. Question number 3 is, how much is that number of clients worth to me in my first 3 months? Well, I want 9 clients and they're valued at 5,000. So that is valued to me, if everything goes well, $45,000. Great. Question number 4, how much am I willing to spend to make $45,000? How much money should I spend to make $45,000? Well, good math is basically you should spend up to 1/3 of your revenue on marketing. Up to 1/3. Sometimes you want to spend less, but up to 1/3. So what I do is take that 45,000 divided by the number 3. If you want to be really conservative, you could divide it by 4, but not beyond that. No, just for the sake of growth in your first 3 months, divided by 3 is a good number. So this number will be 15,000. So this means in my first 3 months, I'm willing to spend $15,000 to get 9 clients in my first 3 months. And that is the math about how to know how much to spend in your marketing. If you can do this math for yourself, it makes you a lot more kind of liberal to spend more. And it makes you a lot, like 3 or 4 times more likely to actually get the result that you want, because you're able to create that plan up front so that it doesn't throw you off. You create the plan and you stick to this. And that basically is where you're able to scale based on this math. So if you want to scale your law firm consistently and predictably, you have to be willing and be able to spend at least this much in your first 3 months of marketing. Do this analysis at the end of every month and continue to scale up your budget as long as you have a 200% ROI, $2 profit for every $1 spent. Again, I'm kind of quickly going over this. There's more explanation and kind of mindset shift that I have to kind of do with you guys. There's some more stuff, math stuff here for you guys. Again, a healthy law firm spends about 10 to 30% of its gross revenue on marketing. Your law firm, your entire law firm becomes so much easier to scale if you know two numbers. Your entire law firm is essentially just cost per acquisition. How much does it cost for me to get a client? And how much is the client worth? If you know the numbers, these two numbers, these are like literally talk about KPIs. These are like the main two KPIs. If you know this, you're able to grow infinitely. So again, things here, and also there's a tracking templates about what numbers to look per month. I basically have a Google Sheet for helping you, keep track of these on a monthly basis. But this is basically, this is like again, little preview of like how to think about your law firm in a very systematic kind of, macro kind of level, and be able to, take it to the next level. So.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe, and to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it. Go watch it.